A. So I just took my SAT. I didn't take it right now. I took it 7 hours ago. So basically, I'm just gonna do an interview, I guess, and explain how that went. So let's get into it. How was the morning before the big game? Good question. I definitely did not write that. Uh, so I think I definitely woke up with a lot of confidence. I think the biggest thing on my mind was what I was gonna have for breakfast. So then I had to do some research. But before I did research, I made myself a strawberry jam sandwich. Then I started doing my research. Like, okay, yeah, let me find out if I what else I should eat. Then the second thing I saw, well, the first thing I guess, is that you shouldn't have bread. So I have to like zip up my sandwich and put in the fridge. And then after that, I had some. What did I actually eat then? I had one chicken. Then I also had some fruits because they say you can have some fruits. They also recommended guacamole, but I wasn't gonna risk the guacamole. It didn't seem worth the risk. So yeah. Good question though. What mentality did you bring to the game? I definitely mentioned this earlier in the pre-game interview, and it's the same thing. I really just brought the mentality of a 1600 and bringing everything I've done, believing that work, believing my family, my faith, my friends, all those who have supported me. So that was the mentality I brought to the thing. And that was really the game of the SAT. I think was just sticking to that mentality of the 1600. What were the easiest parts? I definitely felt English was easier still, just because like I'm not like I in the in an earlier interview I said that English was probably gonna be the harder part because I haven't done it as much. But then I feel like English is a very logic based one, I think. So it's just like, does it sound right? Do you know the rules? I feel like the more you read stuff, then the more basic this becomes. I also feel like the work I did in my AP/IB English class has helped a lot with just knowing these same those stuff. So yeah. Also, another cool trick is like just writing down notes. Because before, what I used to do is like I would skim the thing and try and do it as fast as possible because of time. But I was like, if you read it properly in one go and take notes, it's really not that hard. You just understand. You can do some of the questions without even going back to the text. So yeah, taking notes was really helpful. What part started to break your confidence, and how did you maintain it if you did? Oh, I like that question. Um, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I thought this SAT was less hard than the one in March, but I think that could just be due to how much I improved. However, I will say there were like there were two questions that like started to break my confidence in like the math calculator section, and it was near like the beginning, I would say. No, I said like more middle. I was like, there was this question that I was like, oh, okay, I can't really figure this one out. So I was starting to get worried. But yeah, I think what happened was like, okay, I'm like, if I can't figure this out, skip it. Because funny enough, what I did was that in the morning I posted on my story, the hardest question on the SAT is really just worth 1 point, so don't waste time on it. So I think that also helped keep it in my mind. Funny, so I think posting it actually helped me remember it. So that's something cool. But yeah, I think I kept my confidence by just remembering it's worth 1 point amongst like 38. So yeah, don't like focus too much on that one and just keep on going and come back to it. How's my time management? How's my time management? Nice question. I like that. Um, really what I was saying earlier, it was really good actually. So for English, I had a bunch of time left for both parts, English and math. So that was really nice. I think for math calculator, I think there was the question I got stuck on, but I just skipped it once I realized, okay, I really don't know how to do this at this moment. So I skipped. Like, if I didn't know how to do a question at the moment, I would waste like 30 seconds at most or 45 seconds. And then I would go on to the next question. Because, like, I'm not going to waste time on you if I can get more questions right. Then, funny enough, I had a bunch of time left that I didn't know what to do with. So I went back, checked my answers. Some of them I actually had to correct, so that was nice. And then, yeah, so then those questions that I skipped, some of them I would figure out. And I was like, okay. Then there were two that I guessed on. I think that was for calculator. If you could go back a day to that, if you could go back a day before the SAT, is there anything you would change? Ooh. Then whoever's writing these questions must be really smart. Okay. Is there anything I would change? Let's see. I think I would. Not really. I think definitely the biggest thing is that even my uncle told me is you shouldn't cram before the SAT, which was really my plan, but I I fell asleep because I was way too tired to do that. So uh I wouldn't really change anything. I think just do some quick reviews. I had to like do some reviews and refreshers for English because I hadn't done too much English prep before the SAT. But really, would I have changed anything? Not necessarily. I probably have looked at some formulas that I really wouldn't have needed. Uh, Anything differently? Relax a bit more. I feel like I slept at 12, so I don't think that was the best thing I could have done. I could probably have slept earlier. So yeah, slept earlier and then probably do some refreshers, just fun, do some fun practice notes. Maybe a Khan Academy practice if you want to, but not like cram a bunch of notes. Overall, what do you think you got? Okay, I really like this question. Okay, so what I did at the end, really, after doing a quick prayer in my head, was I held the book with the questions, and I was like, okay, this feels like a 1500, 1580, and then I was like, that's not what I want, right? So then I held the book where I wrote, like, where you actually scribble in the bubbles, right? And that's where that's the one they actually grade. That's like, okay. I started holding, I was like, okay, this feels like a 1600. So yeah, I'm definitely praying I get 1600. I expect no less. I'm just gonna keep that mentality. I don't think it's time to give it up. And if I no, I'm gonna get that 1600. So yeah, a 1600 is what I think I got, and I'm gonna go on to the next question. There are some rumors you're retiring from the SAT. Do you wish to clear the air on that? With the 1600, yes, I will be retiring to the SAT, retiring from the SAT. Yeah. Remember what I just said for the English section of the thing. That's how you answer it. What will I be doing after my retirement? There's a bunch of stuff I have to do. I have some family and stuff I have to tend to back at the farm. My childhood best friend is still there, so it'll be nice to catch up with them. On a serious note, though, there's still a bunch of stuff for Project Phillips we have to do. There's still the game, there's the clubs, there's the college applications, which I went to the library today to work on my Common App. The extended essay for the IB thing, which I have not talked to you guys about. But yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff that have to be done. The other day I was watching more of the Booster Club stuff. I was like, okay, this was really good. And now I have to friendly competition. Like we want to see, okay, if they can do this really good, I want to see, can I surpass that? Can I surpass that and my expectations of what I can surpass? A double entendre or something. That did not make sense, but a double surpassing of what I could do, if that makes sense. Yeah. Finally, do you have any last comments you want to share? I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported me. My SAT tutor is like the best friend I've had throughout this thing. One of my best friends, at least. That's right, because he's the one who I think helped me a lot with my time management. Because what he'll do, we'll just be doing practice tests. I already told you guys about this, but what I didn't tell you that every time we had a question, he would do it along with me. And then since he was obviously smarter, he'll get it faster. So he'll say, okay, when he finishes that done, and he'll say in a very he'll say in a manner like, okay, well, why aren't you done? So then that was always annoying to do to hear. So then I had to start increasing my speed. So yeah, that definitely helped a lot. He's been very supportive with the thing, just giving me guidance, telling me what I had to do. One of his biggest tips that helped me in the test was, everything, don't just be too smart. Which I do not know everything, but I think what he meant was at this point, don't overcomplicate things. Just look at the problem in front of you, analyze it, and answer it. So I think that's the mentality I definitely took. I think that helped me in the morning even. I was trying to just see if I was going to do well on the SAT. So I was doing some practice questions, and there was a question I got stuck on. I was like, oh, dang, I'm going to fail this SAT. Then I was like, okay, I remember what he said. I was like, you know everything. Don't just be too smart. Then I realized the problem really wasn't that hard. I was going the overcomplicated route for no reason. But yeah, besides thanking my tutor, I want to thank my family, my friends, my faith of all things. I think that's really the foundation for this. And then yeah, thank you for you guys. there were a bunch of people who were supporting me with the 1600. You guys as well, sending me some nice comments here and there. But yeah, I think it was a fun journey. Hopefully this is the end of the journey for the 1600. But yeah, have a great day.